Miami leaves too many loose ends. Bodies vanish, predators disappear without trial, and yet the forensics always appear immaculate. Patterns point to more than coincidence. A blood spatter analyst who tracks his own crimes with professional precision. It's a story that doesn't add up. There's no judgment here yet, only curiosity. What kind of man builds a life on science by day and ritualistic killing by night?
Gotham's Guardian asking about double lives. How poetic. A billionaire who dresses like a bat to terrify criminals, calling anyone else a hypocrite, borders on comedy. The mask works for both of us, though in different ways. By day, my profession keeps the mask intact. By night, it channels something I never ask for. Maybe the question isn't why the mask exists, but why it remains necessary.
Masks aren't the issue. It's what lies beneath them. Gotham bleeds because monsters like Joker twist symbols into weapons. Yet every night, the line is clear: crime must be fought without becoming crime. Justice collapses the moment killing becomes acceptable. Dexter, your rituals aren't justice. They're indulgence disguised as duty, and indulgence always spirals into corruption. Codes don't restrain compulsion, they decorate it.
Gotham still counts its dead because of that restraint. Every criminal locked away in Arkham comes out laughing louder. How many families would still have parents if that city's clown had been ended permanently? Systems fail daily, technicalities, bribes, juries swayed by charm. The knife corrects those failures immediately. Call it indulgence, but the morgues are lighter when predators don't get second chances.
Bodies in morgues are not the only measure. Gotham's future is built on preventing new monsters, not simply erasing the current crop. When fear alone rules the streets, new killers always emerge to fill the void. Rehabilitation may fail, but hope cannot be abandoned. The mission requires building structures that outlast fists, blades, and shadows. Otherwise, the cycle of blood never ends.
Cycles rarely end, they shift. One predator is removed, another steps forward. That inevitability doesn't excuse inaction, it demands decisive correction. Justice as an institution is noble in theory, but institutions move at glacial pace. One child rescued from a predator never knows the system failed them. They only know the danger never returned. Isn't one quiet household worth more than the illusion of moral consistency?
Consistency is not illusion, it is anchor. The second rules bend for convenience, they dissolve completely. Gotham once had a Robin who thought as you do. Jason sought finality in death, believed the Joker's laughter could only end one way. His path consumed him, corrupted him, until little remained of the boy who once stood for something higher. Death may silence, but it also kills potential for change.
Change is rare among predators. Patterns repeat endlessly. Trinity never stopped, no matter the family facade. The ice truck killer constructed theater from corpses. Each predator clung to compulsion until steel ended them. Rehabilitation is a myth killers whisper to buy time. Gotham's case files may romanticize redemption, but cold data shows the opposite. Recidivism in violent killers is nearly absolute.
Data cannot define humanity. Harvey Dent fell into darkness, yet fragments of the man remain. Selina Kyle skirted the edge of crime for years, but compassion pulled her back. Gotham thrives because second chances exist, even if only 1 in 100 succeed. A knife cannot weigh the possibility of redemption. It simply erases it forever. Erasure creates finality, but at the cost of possibility.
Possibility comforts theorists, not victims. The father who never comes home because a murderer was given another chance won't find solace in possibility. Families left behind don't see rehabilitation, they see negligence. A knife doesn't ask for forgiveness or gamble on long odds. It guarantees certainty, and certainty in this world is rare. Gotham carries faith, Miami carries statistics.
Faith is not weakness. It is defiance. Gotham survives because its people still believe tomorrow might be better, despite endless scars. That hope matters more than certainty built on corpses. Families may not understand restraint, but communities crumble when protectors mirror predators. Once the Guardian crosses into executioner, trust withers. Trust, not fear, is the foundation that keeps civilization from descending into pure chaos.
Civilization wears thin in the dark. Police departments leak corruption, courts sell verdicts, and trust is broken before it's built. A Guardian may cling to ideals, but citizens sleep easier when threats vanish permanently. Fear may be primitive, but it is reliable. Trust falters, fear delivers. Ask any family spared by a predator's permanent removal whether they prefer symbols or silence.
Symbols inspire generations. Fear can paralyze, but inspiration builds legacies. Gotham's children wear bad emblems because they believe fear itself can be conquered. That is power beyond fists or steel. Killing inspires only imitation from those who believe execution solves every dilemma. A society of executioners ends with no society at all. What remains then is nothing but blood and silence, no hope.
Silence has its own power. A neighborhood once plagued by one predator breathes easier when that predator disappears. People live, children laugh, futures unfold. They don't worship a symbol, they simply go on. The knife doesn't claim glory or recognition. It removes obstacles. Maybe it isn't hope that sustains humanity, but the absence of immediate danger. Sometimes subtraction accomplishes more than inspiration ever could.
Absence of danger is temporary. Gotham has seen warlords fall, mafias collapse, yet crime adapts. Subtraction provides moments, never permanence. Building systems, however flawed, creates resilience over generations. Killing grants peace today but neglects tomorrow. The mission is not just stopping today's villain, but ensuring tomorrow's child inherits something stronger than shadows and fear.
Tomorrow often never arrives for victims. Futures are stolen in alleys, bedrooms, parking lots. One decisive act ensures those specific futures remain intact. Maybe systems evolve slowly, but that slowness leaves blood on the ground. Some guardians can afford patience. Others carry knives because patience means funerals. Both approaches have cost, but hesitation always carries bodies.
Hesitation is not weakness, it is conscience. Every night the temptation to end lives is present, yet refusal preserves identity. Once blood becomes easy, it consumes everything. Gotham's rogues gallery is filled with those who rationalized killing once and never stopped. The abyss you channel is not tool, it is predator. A code may cage it now, but cages break.
Cages do break, which is why Harry built mine carefully. Ritual, discipline, precision. Without them, the predator runs wild. Killing isn't easy, it's managed. Perhaps conscience restrains you, but my cage restrains me. Both are forms of survival. The difference is effectiveness. Miami's monsters don't return. Gotham's laugh at your restraint. Different cages, different results.
Results measured only in numbers miss the deeper war. Gotham's monsters are not simply bodies to erase, they are symbols themselves. Joker represents chaos, Bane represents tyranny, Riddler represents obsession. Defeating them requires dismantling ideas, not just killing hosts. Kill Joker, and another rises wearing the smile. Symbols can't be stabbed, they must be defied. That is why restraint matters.
Ideas may outlive bodies, but bodies commit the crimes. Remove the man, and the idea at least loses its vessel. Maybe another takes up the mantle, but the victims of the first are still avenged. Sometimes dismantling ideas feels noble, but parents burying children don't want ideas dismantled. They want threats erased. Philosophy doesn't ease their grief.
Grief cannot be erased, it can only be endured and transformed. Gotham's endurance is proof. Survivors of tragedy become advocates, healers, even heroes. Some of my allies began as victims. Their survival mattered because second chances were preserved. Death steals that possibility forever. Legacies born of survival matter more than the temporary comfort of vengeance.
Survival transforms some, but most break under it. The majority don't rise, they crumble. Families dissolve, children harden, and the cycle repeats. Perhaps a handful find purpose in pain, but for most, the wound never closes. Erasing predators ensures fewer wounds. Maybe survival builds heroes, but prevention saves lives from ever needing to rise in the first place.
Prevention requires addressing roots, not symptoms. Poverty, corruption, despair. Killers grow from these soils. Cutting weeds without tending the soil only ensures they grow again. Gotham's mission is endless because the soil is poisoned. Yet hope exists in tending it. A knife cuts, but it cannot heal. Healing requires time, will, and restraint.
Roots may be the real disease, but knives still matter in the garden. Predators bloom while reform crawls, and in that gap, lives vanish. Maybe symbols inspire, maybe systems rebuild, but knives buy time for both. One predator removed means space for hope to breathe. Not perfect, not permanent, but immediate. And sometimes immediate is the only thing that keeps tomorrow alive.